Hey Aries, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina, otherwise known as Sinfulpluto. And today we are doing your love predictions for this Aries, or this Venus and Aries transit from February 7th all the way until March 4th. And before I get into anything, I just want to say and announce very quick that I'm hosting a Valentine's Day tarot challenge on both my Instagram and Twitter at Sinfulpluto. And it's a 14-day challenge. Obviously, it'll be day 7 on February 7th, but you can join anytime. You are never too late or too early to anything that I host. All right. So, yeah, feel free to join me. All right. It'll be day 7 on the day that I upload this. Like I said, join anytime, participate anytime that you wish to, doesn't matter. And yeah, it's basically all about, it's a tarot challenge to basically have us reflect and ponder and contemplate all of our patterns in love and in relationships, and how we treat ourselves, and how we can better and improve ourselves in love and in treating ourselves better and in empowering ourselves and that sort of thing. So if you're interested in that, it'll be on my Instagram and on my Twitter. You'll see it. It's called 14 Days of Valentine's with Sinfulpluto. And if you do end up participating, I encourage you to tag me and to use the hashtag Sinfulpluto Valentines. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started now that I got that out of the way. I am using the Ophidia Rosa Tarot. I'll be linking it down below if you're interested in checking it out. This is going to apply to Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. And before I get into anything, this is all a general reading. Okay. Not everything is going to apply to you, and that is okay. All right. Take what resonates, leave the rest that doesn't. Use your critical thinking, use your discernment while watching this video. Most of all, have a good time. Sit back, relax, eat a snack, drink some water if you want to, and have a good time. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. I'm going to do what you should be expecting, or what is in store for you. And then we'll do advice for love. Okay. All right. So Spirit, what is in store for Aries in love? What's going on in the love lives of the Aries from February 4th all the way to February 7th to March 4th? What's going on for Aries in their love lives from February 7th until March 4th? Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on in their love life from February 7th until March 4th. What's going on in Aries for love? What's going on for Aries in their love lives? Oops. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have the 10 of Cups, which is really good for you, Aries, in your love life. I see a lot of emotional fulfillment, which is beautiful. It could be that, this could be interpreted in so many ways with this 10 of Cups. It can be that in your romantic relationships, you are incredibly content and you're happy. Maybe some of you are building some sort of family, but there's a lot of abundance, because this kind of looks like an infinity sign to me. It just looks like an infinity sign to me. I know that it's not, but it looks like one to me. And so I feel like there's just a lot of emotional abundance, fulfillment in terms of love. And even if you're not in a relationship, I feel like you're okay with that. I feel like you're just overall in a really good state in your life in general. And I feel that there's just a lot of really good energy surrounding this for you, Aries, which is beautiful, and that's awesome. We have the Page of Swords, so there's a lot of intellectual stimulation. Some of you could be pursuing some sort of new relationship. I feel that there's some sort of risk that you are wanting to take with someone or maybe that someone wants to take with you. Reverse the roles however way you need to with this. But with this Page of Swords, this is talking about, to me, like mental stimulation. This is talking to me about excitement. I feel like you might be really happy because you are talking to someone, or you're dating someone, or you are with someone who is very intellectually stimulating for you, and you enjoy that. You like to have these intellectual conversations with them. You love learning from them. You love learning from one another. And I feel that this person might be someone who is who might be a little bit older than you, or just has a lot more knowledge or experience or wisdom in some part of their lives that you might not have a lot of access or experience to, if that kind of makes sense. And the reason why I say that is because I have the Fool reversed. And that's I see that in two ways, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I see, like, so there's this excitement, right? This willing to take a risk. And then it could be with someone who is just wiser, who is older, wiser, who has kind of grown out of like that whole naive, innocent kind of mindset. Or this could talk about kind of like a fear of taking a risk. So even though for some of you, it could be that even though you are happy talking to this person, or with this person, or dating this person, whatever have you, and even though there's a lot of intellectual and mental stimulation with this person, Page of Swords, I feel that there's still a little bit of a fear of like really going into it, of really diving in like head first into it with this Fool reversed. When I see the Fool reversed, I think of someone who is building up the momentum to take a leap of faith, to start a new chapter in their lives, however that might apply to you in your love life. And they're building up their momentum, but right when they're about to jump, they psych themselves out and they run away, and they go back to their comfortable way of living. And maybe that's what this 10 of Cups is, right? That comfortable way of living, that comfortable life, that comfortable lifestyle that you have been living, that maybe you fear you won't entirely have, or will be able to cultivate with this person. For whatever reason that is, right? And maybe you're just a little too comfortable in this Page of Cups, or this 10 of Cups. Maybe you feel that you have been, that you have worked for this really hard, that you have worked for this emotional fulfillment, to be content in your love life and in your family life and in your life in general, that you are afraid of risking that, or putting that quote unquote on the line, because maybe you think that you won't be able to have that sort of stability again, for whatever reason that might be, right? Our egos get the best of us and that sort of thing. So that could also be an issue. And we have the Ace of Wands, which reversed, which to me kind of talks about, we have the Ace of Wands reversed, the Knight of Cups, and then the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So this to me kind of reads as like a fear of taking things too fast. It could be that either the other person doesn't want to take things too fast, or you don't want to go too fast. However way this might resonate, I feel like there's someone who wants to take things slow, who is scared of like the fire fizzling out too quickly. I feel that there is a foundation that is being built up, and either you or this person doesn't want to ruin that. And I feel like there's still so much to learn between you and this other person, that it's just not worth kind of like quote unquote ruining things by trying to rush into it, by like following like this passionate sort of like raw sexual sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? And I know that for you, Aries, and having Venus in Aries with this transit, we want to like go in head first. We want to, chase after people. We want to go for that rush, that adrenaline rush, that excitement, right? We want something that feels exhilarating. We don't want anything that feels boring. We don't want anything that's slow. We want to be constantly entertained and entertaining, right? We want to be like that knight in shining armor who is like courting this person. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel that there might be a little bit of tension in your love life because of this like back and forth of like wanting that passionate sort of thing, but also needing to take things slow, or wanting to take things slow for fear of things fizzling out, right? Of that fire fizzling out too quickly. I have the Ace of Wands reversed, which to me kind of talks about like like stopping something or slowing down. It also talks to me about like repressing one's passions, repressing one's excitement, adrenaline, sexual desires, that sort of thing. And so it kind of, and with the Fool reverse, this kind of reads to me as like running away from the person that creates this sense of excitement, that creates this fulfillment, this intellectual stimulation, that sort of thing. And I wonder why you guys are feeling this way. Maybe it's something to do with your past. Maybe you have been hurt in the past, or maybe you just don't want things to like fizzle out the way that they have before in past relationships. And I feel with this Knight of Cups that either you or someone else is going to be making some sort of love offer, which is great. It's beautiful. I love that. And it might be that they do it through some sort of like love letter, or like a cute email, a cute text message, some form of communication, some form with like something to do with like a play on words, or like through poetry, maybe through a short story, something through writing, something through communication, something like that, because the Page of Swords is right under the Knight of Cups. So it kind of seems to me as like something to do with words. But yeah, it seems to me like there is that offer. There's someone who does want to court you, or maybe you want to court someone, but there is that fear of, there's just that overall fear of like taking a risk, of taking a leap of faith, right? There's like this, a little bit of a lack of trust for some reason. Excuse me. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is encouraging you to take things slow, to be consistent. If this is someone that you are very interested in, definitely be consistent. Things might not move entirely as quickly as you want them to. It could be that maybe this person is the one who's a little bit hesitant and you're the one like trying to push forward and stuff. Whatever the case is, whoever is playing with whatever role, the Knight of Pentacles to me is basically saying how there needs to be like a time to like slow down, to take things slow, to really get to know one another, to build a solid foundation, to be consistent with one another, have consistent communication and conversation and things like that. And if you were able to maintain that steady sort of fire, then there is definitely a lot of potential between you and this person. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's see what advice I can give for you. I'm like spitting all over the place. I'm so sorry. All right, what advice can we give Aries for their love lives from February 7th through March 4th? Oh, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed that fell out. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the King of Pentacles. So we're upgrading from Knight to King, which is chef's kiss. All right, so the Ace of Pentacles reverse tells me that there might need to be either you or the other person needs to address their issue with self-worth. I also see the Ace of Pentacles again of needing to take things slow and like not try to pull out the seed too quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see this Ace of Pentacles reversed, I see it as like someone planting a seed, right? And they water it and everything, but then like 2 days later they like take out the seed and they're like, okay, did it manifest? Did the seed sprout? And it's like, well, clearly no, because it didn't have enough time to root itself, and it didn't have time to become a stem and then eventually become a flower. You know what I'm saying? So with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, this to me kind of talks about, you know, trying to do things too soon, trying to manifest something too soon, or trying to force something to happen too soon. It's something about like too soon, too quickly, like it's just not the right time right now. So however way that may resonate with you in your love life, take that into consideration. I really feel that for you, Aries, like you got to slow it down. You got to be consistent and let the thing grow, let the thing flourish. If you want something that is like, for example, long-term, if you want something that is very emotionally fulfilling, like if you want this Ton of Cups, I really feel that you got to give it some time. You have to let things, you know, do its thing. And then we have the Six of Wands, which talks about like acknowledgement, talks about fame, recognition, a victory. And I feel like this is kind of saying there's might be something that you need to acknowledge. There might be something that that you need to face either within yourself Or maybe there's something that you two within this dynamic have to acknowledge between one another. I want to clarify that Six of Wands because that's confusing me a little bit. And we have the King of Pentacles, which is talking about like solidity. This talks to me about someone who is a provider. This to me talks about like being stable in oneself and being open to provide for the other person. This to me kind of reads like, yeah, this to me reads as being stable in oneself, especially with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. There's a sense of needing to build a stronger sense of self-worth, a stronger sense of confidence and self-esteem in order to really make this relationship work. Because I keep on going back to this Fool reversed about a fear of taking a leap of faith or running back to what is comfortable, to what is old. And I feel that with this King of Pentacles, this is really saying to like revisit anything that has to do with self-worth, with stability within yourself, with a foundation, something along those lines. And the King of Pentacles is also like a provider. So I feel like this is saying that you might need to provide something for yourself, or maybe you need to be more open to provide the other person with something. Hold on, I'm going to clarify that. At the bottom of the deck is Death, by the way, which is a transformation. Transformation, change, needing to let go of the past, that sort of thing. So let's clarify the Six of Wands for Aries. All right, what does the Six of Wands mean for Aries and their love life? What does this mean for their advice? Can you clarify this, please? Oh, okay. So for some of you, the Six of Wands can signify that this person either like needs to be the center of your attention. Like you need to make this person the center of attention, like really devote your time with them. And like, if you want something serious with them, I feel like this is kind of saying like, don't give other people the time of day. Like give your attention to this person, devote yourself to this person. Or this could be the advice that other person needs to give towards you. Like this person needs to devote their time and energy and attention towards you to make you feel special. That's kind of what this is to me. It's like, take the time to devote attention to one another and like make each other feel like they're the center of attention. Like they're in the center of a spotlight sort of thing. All right, so we'll put that out of the way. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles then. What does this King of Pentacles mean? Maybe with the Six of Wands and the King of Pentacles, this kind of talks about how you or the other person needs to make the maybe you need to make the person feel, or the person needs to make you feel like you are the King of Pentacles. Like maybe you need to make them feel like very strong within themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like reassure them that they can provide for you, that you know that they are worthy of providing for you, that they are a wonderful provider in however way this may apply to you, right? Like really kind of like assuring them and making sure that they believe in themselves and believe that they can build something strong with you, if that kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Can we clarify that King of Pentacles, please? Okay. Oh, that came out quick. We have the Two of Pentacles. All right. To clarify the King of Pentacles, under that is the Two of Swords reversed. So something about some sort of decision. Something about a decision. Two of Pentacles. This is... Okay, this is prioritizing. This is time management. And with the King of Pentacles, yeah, this is time management and giving each other attention, like I said. Yeah, I really feel that with this Two of Pentacles, this is really saying like learning how to prioritize your time for one another. Obviously, don't make each other like your worlds, because then like that becomes an issue. Like don't, like there has to be a healthy boundary between like the extremes of like making each other your world and like this is the person that you worship. Like no, we don't want that either, but we also want to learn how to prioritize our time and give this person our time, our attention, our devotion, that sort of thing, without overwhelming either person, you know, either party. Yeah, it's time management and learning how to prioritize things with this relationship, with this dynamic, however way that might apply to you. Okay. So Aries, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this resonates with you. Let me know in the comments down below if it was helpful in any sort of way. I would love to hear any of your feedback. Give the video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, share with your friends, family, loved ones, or anyone else who needs to hear this message. Subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Hit the bell notification to know when I upload my videos. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at sinfulpluto.com. If you want to find me on social media, you can do so at Sinfulpluto on Twitter and Instagram. Okay? I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.